And good morning. Hold on. Are we live? Make sure all the sound's working. Oh, I'm blasting you out, aren't I? Let me turn that down a little bit and make sure. Okay. Good morning. Again, I am a music person. I'm not a video person. And I've been fighting with OBS all morning, but hopefully we got something going. Good morning, I'm PearlManhattan. Welcome to Songwriting Prep for February Album Writing Month with me. February Album Writing Month near and dear to my heart. I discovered it in 2015 in March. So my first year was 2016. I have met so many interesting people. I have written so many fantastic songs. I've written a lot of duds. But I'm here to show you my songwriting prep. I know we have newbies every year. I hope if you are a newbie to FAWM, you find this video and see just how casual and chill it really is for it to be so intense. Looking at my chat real quick, this is a live broadcast, so those of you watching the replay, thanks for watching the replay, and I hope you enjoy it. Brian's West Coast Disney Adventure, good morning. Haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. We're not talking about theory, okay? I don't talk about music theory on this channel. I've figured out, and that's one question I get a lot is, a songwriter, do you need to know music theory? No, you don't. Music theory is to musicians what quantum physics is to scientists. It's something you sit around and talk about. But in practice, for everyday songwriting like I do, you just need to know where to find the information you need. Meepsy, hello Meepsy, my new friend. Met him through my curtisking.com. I'm one of Curtis King's DIYers, and Meepsy joined in a couple weeks ago, saw the thing about FAWM. He is a first-time FAWMer. Don't listen to Ionaries. He is not a noob. He is a songwriter, musician, videographer. The guy's just, and he makes video games too. Theory? What theory? You learn theory so you can break the rules. I am so glad to see you here. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. It's what, the middle of the night there for you? Good golly. Or is it the middle of the day? Saint Devil, hi. Stephen, how are you? So good to see you. Oops, I keep bumping my mic because I'm not used to it. Am I still blasting you out? Probably. Like I said, I'm a musician. I'm not a video person, and I know enough in OBS to be dangerous. So, well, let's get started. Let's get started talking about FAWM. Let me find my windows here. There we go. All right, February album writing month. I'm just going to read through. This is the frequently asked questions from the FAWM page. Now that the site's open, we'll explore different aspects of it. What's going on? We're attempting to write 14 songs in 28 days of February. Isn't that crazy? Oh, and on leap years, if you're wondering, the years that February has 29 days, we write 14 and a half. It is crazy. Think of FAWM as a big, free, month-long international songwriting workshop that only requires an internet connection. Other FAWMers will become your friends, collaborators, accountability partners, sources of feedback and inspiration. Like Aya, who's here. I've known him the whole time I've been in FAWM. And he and I have collaborated. Sometimes he does a YouTube show with different friends. They'll do the FAWM Talk, where they highlight songs from FAWM. What's half a song? That can be a collaboration. That can be lyrics only. It can be music only. Generally people just go for the 15. My first year in FAWM, I did 93 songs. But I was actually in the middle of a nervous breakdown and had a lot to say, so I was very prolific. And there were a lot of song skirmishes, and I had a lot I needed to get out. So I wrote 93. There are people who, lovers, accomplices. You are so fun. That's my brother from another mother. He really is. And my best friend in FAWM. And can I really do that? Yes. Hundreds make it to 14. Some haven't written in years, while others have never written a song before. Of course, some can write 50 in their sleep. I have written a song in my sleep. We were having around-the-clock song skirmishes, which I'll talk about in a minute. They're really fun. And I had my laptop, and I was laying in bed, and started the skirmish, and I don't remember finishing it, but when I woke up the next morning, I had a song posted, and it was pretty good. Jeffrey Chapman, another person I've gotten to sign up for FAWM, but he has yet to write anything. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get him in there. Well, you can write in 5/4. So I have to write and record a whole album in February? No. It's February album writing month. So we're focusing on songwriting, not recording. Rough demos are encouraged. There is one song I did last year called The Coffee Burns that I recorded on my cell phone, sitting in a van in a parking lot. It was for work, but it wasn't the work van. I wasn't on work time. I got to stress that. It was not on work time, and it was not the work van. But I wrote out the lyrics, and I used my chest for the drum, and I sang it into my cell phone recorder. I've got a little app, a free app for recording. Oh, okay. Got a free app for the recording, and posted it up through my phone onto the FAWM website. That's the extent of a demo. It can be you just singing into your phone recorder or your Zoom recorder, your digital recorder. Excuse me, I've got to take a sip of coffee. I'm not used to talking. I live alone. So this is the most talking I've done all weekend. Anyway, there are folks who do full productions for their demos. And oh, wonderful, Jeff, wonderful. Yeah, 14 concepts, and that's the thing. We'll get to that in just a second. We use March or the rest of the year to produce and create, and buff up and everything else, and put harmonies and other instruments, whatever. But in February, lyrics only, or music only, or you and a ukulele, or you and a full DAW arrangement. I'm going to show you a program here in a bit called Band in a Box, which is what I use for quick demos because it gives you a band background. You have to know a little bit about chords, but I'm going to show you a website before then that will help you out with that if you don't know anything about making accompaniments. What constitute a song? Can I write instrumentals, pop songs, instrumentals, sound art, whatever? The goal is to be challenged and have fun, whatever that means to you. Right now, I'd like to interject. There are no FAWM police. The moderators are there to keep the forums flowing and keep the spirit of FAWM, which is be kind to each other, But they're not going to come up and say, hey, it's February the 20th and you've only written 2 songs. No, nobody's going to say that to you. Nobody should post a comment on one of your songs saying, hey, you just sang this into your phone. No, we don't judge each other. There's nobody going to judge you. What you call a song is a song. What if I only write lyrics? We have quite a few people who just write lyrics, and I love working with them. They'll tag their song. We'll get in tags in a second. They tag their song needs music, needs collaboration. And you can go to that song and ask them, hey, I would love to put your lyrics to music. How do you feel about that? They may say yes, they may say no. If they say no, you say okay, and you move on. If they say yes, do your best. And I love collaborating like that. It is so much fun. What happens if I use a song I really wrote earlier? Nothing. But you're not a cheater, are you? In the spirit of FAWM, we like to think that we have created these songs during the month of February of that year. They'll pull up from, now if you keep a lyrics notebook like I do in song ideas and you sketch them out and then you flush it out and turn it into a song in February, that's okay. We get our inspiration from all sorts of places. What's the community like? The family has a positive, encouraging, we're all in this together kind of vibe. You can check out the etiquette section for tips and a glossary to get a crash course on our inside jokes and stuff. Is FAWM really free? It is to the users. However, they offer a thing called rock hands, which I'll show you in a second. I think it's $10. You can donate and you get a little set of rock hands. And next to your name, it's just a little icon. They also offer FAWM hosting for your music. And we'll talk about where you can host your songs if you don't want it's $25 for the month of February. The money goes to support the creation and upkeep of this website, which is a lot of work, thanks to our implementers. I don't want to name them because I'll forget one. I think it's a guy called Elisimo, and then the founder of FAWM is Burr Settles, and they have spent a lot of time in the last couple months rewriting the site to make it look like this. What qualities should my demos be? We covered that. If I post lyrics or demos, does FAWM own the copyright? This is important. Your songs are yours. You post them there, but you own the copyright of everything you post. FAWM does not own it. FAWM cannot claim it. If somebody steals your song, you can pursue whatever actions you want to pursue. The one thing I will say is the FAWM site is public. Okay? You don't have to be logged in to read the forums or listen to songs. So consider that. That's why a lot of people don't spend a whole lot of time producing their songs. If you just post a rough draft, who's gonna steal that? Here's the fine print. You must be at least 15 years old. You can be as old as you like. We have one gentleman whose son got him into FAWM. Excuse me. And he posted he is in his upper 80s and still writing good stuff. So where do you sign up? The sign up page, write.fawm.org is where you sign up. Here's the etiquette and the posting songs, and I'll let you read through all that if you decide to get started in it. The thing I like about FAWM, here's the forums. Here's my home page, which I'm only going to sit on for a second because I got a lot of comments on there. This is where the songs will be. And there will be a button up here for post a song when you get a song, when you want to post a song. Once February starts, it starts at midnight, February the 1st at the International Dateline, UTC 12. Click here to convert your local time. Let's see where that takes us. Okay, time and date. I love this site. So, 12 midnight for me. I'm in Tacoma, Washington, I'll tell you that. 4 a.m. on February 1st, it starts for me. Let's go back here. Here's the forums, and right now I'm looking at all topics. We have different categories. Let's go to skirmishes. 60 minutes something. I want to talk about skirmishes because this is where I get the meat of my stuff. Skirmish is a timed challenge where participants each create their own piece, but they are inspired by the same prompt. My son's running around the house. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday here for me, so my son is running around. The skirmish lasts for approximately 60 minutes. At the end of this time, you post your pieces to your song list and then share that link with the group in the designated forum. What happens, and I'll take you through that a little bit. Somebody says, hey, I'm going to do a skirmish at 12 o'clock UTC Sunday. And they'll put the different time zones in there for East Coast, West Coast, whatever. And then at that appointed time, the host goes back in and writes in the topic. It could be a phrase from a book. It could be a collection of words, like a word cloud, which I'll show you in a sec. It could be, Francisco, good morning. Happy Sunday morning to you too. Good to see you. It can be a sentence. It can be, I'll take something from the chat. My plan. There we go. There's our skirmish prompt. My plan. You write a song that either uses the words my plan or is something about my plan. You can write an instrumental. You can write lyrics only. You can do both. When we talk about lyric clouds, there's a neat little function. You go down here to your profile picture at the bottom, and you go to this thing called the Muse. I love the Muse. This was the beginnings of AI songwriting, I guess. We have 4 different things here. The first one is the plot spline. And it gives you, write a song in the first person in which the main character is thinking out loud. The story takes place in the present, and the scene moves to different locations throughout the song. So if we're writing about my plan, well, we're in first person, so you would be talking yourself, and you're thinking out loud, what can my plan be today? I could sit and waste the day away, and along those lines. And then you can move to the kitchen, washing the dishes. What can my plan be today? Washing the dishes, can't get away. Let's get a new spline. Okay, here you're narrating a story. It takes place in the future in a moving vehicle. Driving in my hovercraft. Whatever. So that's the plot spline. The next one is structure. This can help you shake up if you feel like you're in a rut. I tend to write verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. That's my modus operandi. That's the way I like to do it. This gives you new ideas. This is verse, chorus, solo chorus. This one is a verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. It's just something to help you break out of your rut if you feel like in a rut. Now this one is called Lyric Cloud. It is my favorite one. Let's see, we'll type in plan because we're talking about my plan. And we've got backup, brogue, complete, consummation, dead, definite, execute, fire, gots, happen, home, inside, key, king, leave, lies. All of these words, whoops, I keep hitting my mic. Sorry about that. Hope I'm not blasting yours out. All these words talk about fit with plan. Plan your vacation, backup plan, dead plan, execute your plan, a fire plan. If you plan something, it happens. He's just running around. Don't mind me. I like to sit down and start with the first word and go through the entire word cloud, word by word, until I make a song. Other people use this to inspire their title further. There's so many uses for this. Excuse me for just 1 second. Let me do this. Alrighty, Sorry about that. Boy wants to go to GameStop, and we can't go to GameStop today. All right. So that is word cloud. Let's try another one. Blue. Angel, blonde, blue, color, colors, deep, depletion, Exxon blue, feeling, who remembers Exxon? Green, lonesome, Luckenbach, NYPD, shadow, silver, summer. So that's the lyric cloud. And then here is a neat one. This one is called titler. You can use these for titles, band. I got my song Me and My Chapter, which some of you have heard. That's available on Spotify and all the good streaming services via DistroKid, which I'll talk about in a later episode. Elephant by Tense. Don't teach me color. Don't remember on me. Ooh. See, and I hear don't remember on me, and I'm thinking about somebody going off on somebody else. Don't throw all your bad memories on me. You know, don't hand me your bags of baggage, you know. Tuesday, you thrill me. That's like Friday, I'm in love. You know. Attitudes in an encore. Oh my. See, and I just, this is called The Muse. And it's a collection of small experiences in computational songwriting inspiration, originally conceived to assist participants in the FAWM challenge. So there we go. That's that. So, getting ready for FAWM. The first thing I do, I like to use Google Docs to write my songs. For me, I type faster than I write, and in this age, most people do. But if I can't be near a computer, I get out my pencil and paper. I have tons of notebooks, and I scribble my lyrics down there. But I like Google Docs because, it's free if you have a Gmail address. And it keeps up with everything. It automatically saves. So I'll put a test song here. And then I can copy and paste my word cloud in here. I can write notes. I can do whatever I want. And then I write my entire song. So I use Google Docs. The second tool I like to use, where is it? Here, nope. I'll go ahead and put it in here. It's called Rhyme Zone Rhyming Dictionary. This one is a lot of fun. If you write anything, this is fun because not only does it give you rhymes, it will organize by syllables or letters. You can include phrases. And then they have advanced search, which is really nice. They have a thesaurus built in, but the advanced search, that explains it, but that's not what I wanted to show you. So we want to find rhymes for plan. Now, it will give you lyrics and poems that use the word plan. From The Saint and the Hunchback by William Butler Yeats. God tries each man according to a different plan. They used a lot of Yeats, however you say that. Yeet, that's a new word, isn't it? It also gives you near rhymes and how their popularity and their rhyme rating. It'll give you phrases, mentions. The point I'm trying to bring out is that one does not plan and then try to make circumstances fit those plans. Descriptive words for plan, definitions, homophobes, words and phrases that are pronounced exactly the same as plan. Well, this one, plan. Similar sounding words and same consonants. Plan, plane, plane. There we go. I mostly use the rhymes and the near rhymes. But you can type in any word and how you want to find related words, whatever. A rhyme zone is my right hand, especially during skirmishes. It just takes a lot of the work off. Kind of like, I'm a paraeducator in high school. I work with kids in their classes, and in math class, they're working on multiplication and stuff, and the kids pull out their phone and use their calculator on their phone. I don't know how many of you had to memorize the times tables and do endless quick quizzes on those big sheets, but when I was in school, we weren't allowed to use calculators, but nowadays we are. It's not cheating to use a rhyme dictionary. It's not cheating to use a lyric cloud. It's not cheating to use other lyric sites like, I can't remember any of them now, or AI. It's not really cheating if you're using it to inspire, if it's a tool you use to help you create. I personally frown on letting AI write the whole thing for you, but I'm going to show you a piece of AI here in a second that I really like. All right, so that's one tool. Another tool I like to use, this is called autochords. And it helps you, especially if you don't know anything about music theory, you don't know how to make chords fit your music, and this fits in with something I'm going to show you next, Band in a Box. So the feel and the key, what kind of song are you writing? Is it a canon? Is it a sad song? Is it a 12-bar blues? Let's see what the 12-bar blues brings us, okay? And I want the main instrument to be guitar. The key of A minor, no, I don't like A minor. Let's make it major. And then it gives you your main progression in the key of A. So you go A, D, D, A, E, D, A, E, okay? And don't know if it's going to come out here. Is it? Okay, and it gives you alternative chords. Takes it a minute to get warmed up here. Oh my goodness. So anyway, this is called autochords.com. It helps you come up with chord progressions if you don't know what you're doing. Okay? How that's helpful for me, and I've got to change a window here. All right, this is a program, and it is, you have to buy it. I bought it a long time ago, and I haven't updated it in a long time. This thing is amazing, and I use it for skirmishes all the time. The first thing you do is put in your song chord. So let's go back over here. Oh, I closed that window. So let's just put in some chords. C, 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 circle of fifths, C, E, G. So F, F, C, C, G, F, C, C. Okay? And so those are your chord names, and you type them into this thing. And I'm just gonna, for time's sake, I'm just gonna put them in here like this. And we'll just change the last chord to C. We'll delete these. Okay, so now this is the fun part. Things like this stuff make my stuff more a mess. No, I get it. And I'm going to get to my DAW and how I do things in my DAW too. Style picker. These are all of the built-in instruments and styles. Category, what do we want this song to be? Let's make it and that's the thing, you want to just, if you want, that's the thing about demos is you just sit, once you figure it out, you sit down and record it. You can record it on your cell phone for FAWM. After FAWM, I'll be doing a lot more of my production videos showing you how I do that. Let's see, what do we want? Let's make it jazz swing. Ooh, we don't have any jazz swing instruments. There we go. Country ballad at 95 beats a minute, even 16s and 4/4. Here we go. I like this sound. It always sounds nice. That's the demo. All right, and then let's see if we can hear this. Yeah. And in 4 keystrokes, I've got an accompaniment here. But, you know, that's really sweet and everything, but that's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling these lyrics need something a little harder. So let's, here we go. Let's do this one. Bluesy R&B groove. And let's go back to the beginning. There's your bass, Jeff. And over here are all your instruments. And you can change the reverb, you can change the pan. Some of them are preset. What I'm going to do next with this, what I do with it, is I export them all. Or actually I save them all as where is it? Export the song as an audio file, and I will export the song as an audio file. This window comes up and I get all my selections, and 1 file per track is what I do. And then I render those. And what it gives me is a separate track for the bass, a separate for the electric piano, a separate one for the drums, a separate for guitar, and separate for brass. That's a quick overview on Band in a Box. That's how I do my skirmish accompaniments so doggone fast, because I know once I look at the verses, I know what kind of chords it's going to need once I get the lyrics written. Then the next thing I do, and here comes the fun part, I use Mixcraft as my DAW. Not a lot of people do. Not a lot of people use Mixcraft as their DAW. People use all kinds of DAWs. One DAW is not better than any other DAW. It depends on which one you start on that you find is the easiest for you to work on. This is a little piece I picked up. Curtis King has a new sound pack out called the Schlump Pack. And I picked it up last night, and I've been playing around with it, and I'll play what I've been doing. It's not mixed, so it's going to blow out your speakers in some parts, but exactly mixing. Okay, here comes the excitement. Gotta move some sliders down. It sounds too crispy for me. Anyway, that's the DAW I use. It's Mixcraft. I like it because here is where I can edit my sounds. I used the MIDI file for a lot of this. It was just a MIDI of pads. I like to take MIDIs apart and change the instruments on them. That's where I got this cello line. I edited it a little bit, but that's straight from the pad MIDI that I did. Just took some notes out. Also, here's my mixer. I love my mixer. And then, but this is the part I love the most, is inserting loops is so easy. This is the pack. This is the pack that Curtis just released, the slump pack. And all I do is drag and drop. I can pull from my library. I've got my entire computer is right here in this little window over here. And I can go pick up any sound file or MIDI, and I drag it and I drop it on the line. I've been using this. I got it on a Humble Bundle deal for like 39 bucks. So, but I started out, first DAW I had was Pro Tools, because it came with my MIDI keyboard, which I still use. I don't know where it is. It's buried under there. I do have a MIDI keyboard that I love. I plug it right into my computer via the USB, and love a plug and play. But I started out with Pro Tools, but I had no idea what a DAW was. Totally self-taught. Eventually, I moved to Band in a Box for FAWM, and then Annuary, whatever his name is. He said try Reaper, so I got Reaper, which is free. Yeah, this was on Humble Bundle. Reaper is free for a time, and then you pay them a small fee and you can keep using it, but they don't lock it down if you don't pay. They just put up a reminder, hey, it's been 60 days you've been using this program, consider sending us 25 bucks for it. And Reaper is an amazing DAW for the price. You can do so much with it. And then I moved to Mixcraft, and I like Mixcraft because of just the easiness of everything. I do use my MIDI keyboard for this. I use loops in this, all sorts of stuff. And so really, really enjoy my DAW. Is that the last thing I was going to do? That's right. That is the last thing I was going to do. So now I'm going to open it up to your questions. And also, I record directly into my DAW when I'm recording vocals. I don't play instruments anymore except my auto harp, and with that, if I'm going to record my auto harp, I just set up my phone recorder for rough drafts, because I used to play guitar. I have a guitar. I used to play piano. I used to play flute, but I have arthritis in my hands. That's why I switched to a DAW, because I could no longer play my instruments. And switching from a pen and paper composer to a DAW producer has been an interesting learning curve. Like I said, I started with a DAW in 2015, I want to say. And everything I know, I'm self-taught, but I'm willing to help anybody who needs help. Jeff, with your recording, like I said, set up your cell phone, get a voice recorder on your cell phone, and do it that way. Because for, drafts, that's all you need. Now, getting into a DAW and recording with a DAW, you could probably use, oh my goodness, yeah, Keep it warm and keep it mobile. There are exercises you can do. Don't overstrain it. Make sure your keyboard is at the right height for your arms. Ergonomics, make sure your ergonomics are all straight. Jeff, you might look into a program called Audacity. It's a single track recording. A lot of FAWMers create beautiful multi-track things with Audacity. It's easy to use. And I believe it's free. That's Audacity. I'll put a link down below in the description after this video. Some of the other challenges in FAWM. Let's get back over to the FAWM screen. I'll talk about some of the other challenges. There we go. Here we go. And I'm going to go ahead and close this. No. And I'll close this, take some weight off my computer. There we go. Take some of the CPU down. With FAWM, some of the challenges, let's see. Some of the challenges we do, one of them is called, let's see. Okay, here's a list of the modal and exotic scales challenges. If you are a theory head, there are places for you to. Let's make up new genres. Movie title challenge, where you, this one is, you sign up, you get assigned a movie title, you tag it the movie title challenge, and then you write a song based on the title. That's a fun one. I'll talk about, I have a video about barred cards. This is one of my favorite challenges. And he's run it for a couple years now. This is a friend of mine, Metalfoot. It's like a fake book. He posts up lyrics with chords, and that's all you get. And you get to turn it into, yeah, Jeff, if you're interested in Ableton, Meepsy, you guys can get in touch with each other. And he can get you an Ableton code. There's tons of videos on YouTube about Ableton and recording your instrument and everything. Meepsy Jeff has been a bassist for as long as I've known him, and I've known him since we were in 10th grade in high school, so about 15, I think, 15, 16. And Jeff is a phenomenal bassist, and I know he's been in quite a few bands in his local areas, and he's just an amazing bassist. He really, really is. But he's never done any recording and stuff like that, and I've been trying to talk him into it for a couple years, so hopefully we might get him. Maybe you can help him out and get him going, because you play guitar, so obviously you know how to play guitar, right? You know how to record guitar, so maybe you guys can connect. And yeah, but anyway, it's like a fake book. He gives you the lyrics and he gives you chords, kind of like a fake book, a lead sheet, and you get to choose the style, the instrumentation, the melody, and put it together. I love doing this challenge. This is one of my favorite ones. Excuse me. Oh, good. Oh, goodness gracious. Excuse me. Pardon me. Bless me. Also, once a week, they do post up a site-wide challenge. This week, write a song about your favorite article of clothing. Then we have the skirmishes. Another thing that I like is the random collaborations, where you put your name in the hat and you say, I want to do lyrics, I want to do music, or I'll do either one, and you get matched with a partner. The ones that I've been matched with are people that I haven't worked with before, and we've come up with beautiful stuff. You talk to your random collaborator. You say, hey, I'm your partner in this. What are we doing? Do you want me to send you lyrics? Do you want to work on them together? In some cases with collaborations, you'll start and finish the whole song in total communication with each other. In other collaborations, I've sent lyrics and said, okay, do what you want. Have fun. Or I've gotten lyrics and done everything else. Oh, cool. Yeah, Jeff, trying to figure out how Jeff and Meepsy can get with each other, connect with each other. Y'all will figure it out. You're smart people. Because Meepsy is on the FAWM site, Jeff, and Jeff, I think you're on the FAWM site too, right? Yeah, y'all know how to connect. Yeah. I get that. Yeah, and as long as you don't put links in the chat, you can put your account name or whatever, Jeff. Yeah, I'll figure it out. You're grown-ups. Anyway, so this is how I get ready for FAWM. I get my websites all together, get my ducks in a row, and next week show will be me actually, I think I'm actually going to do a skirmish for my, yeah, Chat Dog. That's him. He's on FAWM. And yeah, look each other up. Connections. That's what it's all about, making connections. And I think you two will get along really well. Y'all should be fast friends because I know both of you and both of you are cool people. Any other questions about FAWM? Questions, fears, worries, concerns? Because I'm going to wrap it up here in a few minutes. Next week, I will do a skirmish. And there's no DMing on FAWM. There's no private conversations on FAWM. That's true. I will do a song skirmish, and when I come on the stream, we'll get through the pleasantries really fast, and I will give out the prompt if you want to skirmish with me. I don't know if there'll be a skirmish going on in FAWM, but if you want to skirmish with me during my 9 o'clock Pacific time broadcast, you're more than welcome. Or if you just want to sit and watch how I get through a skirmish and write my lyrics and everything else. The main thing about FAWM, we have a saying, just FAWM it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Your scansion, your rhyme scheme, your lyrics can be a little clumsy. There are some FAWMers who the first time they sing their lyrics is when they're recording the demo. I'm one of those. We're not going for production here. It doesn't have to be radio quality. Just get the ideas down on tape or on paper and post them up during the challenge. It starts Wednesday. Like I said, it starts 4 a.m. Pacific time, February the 1st. That's 5 a.m. Mountain, 6 a.m. Central, and 7 a.m. Eastern time in the U.S. Other time zones, timeanddate.com, please. I can only keep so many in my head. So, Meepsy and Jeff, glad y'all connected. Everybody else in the chat, glad you're here. I've had this thing set on top chat the whole time, so if I've missed your chat, I am so terribly sorry. If you're watching the replay, and you are still watching, thank you so much, my replay viewers. I'm not here to sell anything. I'm here to share my love for songwriting and music production. I got a lot of friends who are selling things, and you should go check them out. But mostly, let's get into FAWM. Let's have a good FAWM. And yeah. So I'm going to let y'all go for now. Peace and blessings upon you, upon all you love, upon all who love you. Find your dream, grab a hold of it, and do not let it go. And I will see you all next week. Thanks so much for being here.